Hi, I'm Hannah and this is Advice from Makota, and today we're going over the first thing that you need to pay attention to prior to learning how to transfer somebody, and that is body mechanics. The best thing that you can do as a care provider is to take care of yourself. We want to prevent shoulder injuries, back injuries, overuse injuries, and make this as easy and seamless as possible. So let's get started. We'll start with a few do not do's. Okay, let's cover a few do not do's. A thing I see a lot is pulling from the arm of the patient to have them stand up. What does that look like to you? It looks like we're probably going to end up with a shoulder injury on the person we're trying to transfer. Another thing you see a lot is grabbing from the gait belt, hand down, and just trying to pull up from your back, twisting through your back. And also, if the person you're transferring falls, you're likely going to fall with them. Next, a person approaching the person they're trying to transfer, rounding at the back and just trying to lift as hard as they can using their back rather than their strong bottom, thighs, knees. So do not try to transfer somebody those ways. Okay, so let's talk about one method to have somebody stand up safely for both the person you're transferring and for you, the care provider. A couple common things that we see most often is, number one, the care provider is trying to do too much of the work. They are helping the patient to stand up way more than they need to. You need to let the person you're transferring do what they are able to do. And number two is the care provider rushing through the task of getting the person to stand up. So not paying attention to how their body's aligned and where they're positioned. And overall, they're just twisting and hurting their backs or shoulders because you're not paying attention to your body and yourself. So the first thing we're going to do is have the person you're transferring set themselves up so that they can stand easier. And to review, these steps are, number one, having them scoot their hips forward in the chair. Number two, making sure that their foot placement is behind, so not a 90-degree angle, but actually a little bit farther than that. And then their hands should be placed on the seated surface, and they're going to help you push up. And for you, the care provider, you are going to grab the gait belt with an underhand grasp. So you're using your stronger muscles, your bicep. You're not grasping this way and falling over with them if you need to provide a little more help. So a nice underhand grasp and hold on tighter than you think you might need to, because sometimes you do need to provide more assistance than you think. Then you're going to look at your own body mechanics. So if I'm helping somebody standing to the side of them, I'm going to bend from my knees and my hips. I'm going to make sure I have that nice underhand grip on the gait belt. And unless the person transferring already knows the steps, will instruct somebody to lean forward and stand up. And I am going to grab from the gait belt and help, and as much as I need to, and stand up with them from the knees and the hips, making sure they're steady here before moving. Okay, let's go over method number two of transferring a person safely for the person you're transferring and for yourself. This transfer is going to go over somebody that needs a little bit more assist, so they will likely need about 50 to 75% of your physical assistance. And this transfer can actually be done by people a lot smaller, as long as you're doing the body mechanics correctly and you're making sure that you're set up nice and safe for this transfer. So again, just going over body mechanics here, we're going to stand directly in front of the person that you're transferring. And again, you want them to scoot their hips forward, which you might need to help with as well. And to do that, you're going to bend from the knees and the hips, hand underneath the thigh, hand behind the bottom, scoot the bottom forward, Switch legs, scoot the bottom forward here. Make sure the feet are behind the knees, and you do not want them to grab along the neck. A lot of people try to do that. Do not let that happen. It's not safe for you. So what you will instead do is get a nice underhand grasp on that gait belt. A lot of muscular engagement through your arms, through your glutes, through your thighs. You're going to instruct the person or help the person to lean forward. Hands can be two places here for the person, either on the chair, or sometimes I tell them to grab a hold of my elbows. And leaning forward for people that need more assist can be scary. So a good cue here is to tell the person, pretend like you're hugging me, and that will automatically usually have them lean more forward towards you. So then we're going to make sure we're bent at the hips and the knees, nice and engaged, and we're going to stand up now, and you're going to stand with them using your strong muscles there. Hi, and thanks for joining our body mechanics tutorial for the starting point of transfers. Be on the lookout for more specific transfers, including stand pivot transfers, squat pivot transfers, bed transfers, and even toilet transfers. And again, this is my mom, who is also a CODA and has been practicing over 20 years, so more experience than me in these videos. So if you are enjoying these concepts and learning from these tutorials, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.